Good evening. Hello. I'm Tony Seraphim, and this is the Colonial Riverview Civic League meeting. I'm glad y'all could make it here this evening. We will start as we normally do with Officer Josh White, who will give us our neighborhood crime report.
It's one out there. You guys have seen it. How's it going? Come in here, not at least it's the same stuff I was telling Toby earlier. At least we're not experiencing a lot of violent crime, which is good. It's predominantly property crime again this month. 13. Talk about it. 13. You guys all here? Yeah. Can you let me know? 13 larcenies from auto. We had one stolen auto, presumably from the larceny of auto, but he's in the car. 2 stolen bikes. Please lock your bikes up. It's only 2 reported. I can imagine it happened more than twice. They were stolen from backyards in both instances. The one I read seemed like all 3 were locked together, which I imagine made it easier to get the individual bike out. So if you do have bikes, if you're not going to be able to store them inside or in a shed or something like that, block them up individually. And then we had a few other miscellaneous property crimes from businesses and things like that as far as larcenies. But predominantly, if you live in the Colonial Place neighborhood, that's where really all the crime stats are coming from. This month, we had no incidents in the Riverview community, none reported anyway. Everything was pretty much between Granby and Colonial Avenue. So predominantly all the rivers are right in that corridor. A lot of larceny going out. So again, telling to before. I know I say this every meeting, please continue to lock your cars and remove property from your vehicles. Tell your neighbors that. Post it on Nextdoor daily. I'm okay with that. We had the night of August 2nd and August 3rd, 5 cars along the 400 block of Delaware. Those apartments over there were broken into. One of the vehicles had $5,000 in the car. I was from the report, and I went out and talked to the officer. The gentleman who works at a restaurant did drop the bank drop. But the problem with that is when you have these individuals finding that amount of money in a car, why would you stop? I would stop. I would stop. I told him, I was like, I'm going to retire right now, start working for 5 hours a day, midnight to 5 a.m., checking cars. So please lock your cars, remove your items from the car. I can't stress that enough. The numbers are there. We're trying to get a detail card out there when it works. Equipment issues recently, but keep reporting. Talk to your neighbors. Make sure that you guys are looking out for each other at night. That's the big thing. If you hear something, see something, talk to you saw something, called in, I would have to check on it, make sure that we were able to talk to somebody, but that's how we're going to catch these guys if they're in the neighborhood, is when we get calls. So please be vigilant at night. If you hear something, just check. If your dog barks, take a look. I do it at home. Can't hurt. Does anybody have any questions or concerns for me? Oh, right away.
So, I know we talk about calling a lot, and I've been trying to emphasize this maybe there's a website where you can report as well.
Yeah, there's 3 different ways. Yeah, there are 3 different ways you can report. You can call and have an officer respond to you. You can use the city's website to self-report. There's a brief questionnaire to determine the amount of money or property that was taken. And if it's under the dollar amount, you can go ahead and report it there at your convenience. You don't have to wait for someone to come out. And then you can also do it via phone with word process, and they'll do it over the phone with you. So if you don't want it, and I don't know why we feel this way, you're not wasting anyone's time. So call it in, at least in one of those 3 ways. Make sure you guys report it.
Can I make a comment like on the crime tips or break-ins?
Yeah.
We had a situation yesterday at church, a young girl, she's in the Navy, that she was sharing with the pastor's wife and I, that her car, she had her purse and her wallet and her laptop stolen
From the car?
She locked her purse and her laptop in her trunk and went into her gym. When she came out, her trunk was open because they broke the window on her car and and get the trunk button and took what was in her trunk out, because they must have seen her put it in there. So don't think you can put stuff in your trunk and walk away and go, oh, what's that?
Oh, yes.
People are watching.
Yeah, no, that's a very good point. I actually won't, if I get off work, I won't go to my gym and lock my car in the trunk. Or lock my gun in the trunk. Because of that exact thing, you just don't know who watched you, who saw you put that bag in the trunk. Because put it in the trunk for a reason. Because there's something there valuable. If someone saw that, they understand that as well.
Do you know what gym it was?
Yeah, I did.
Was it Norfolk gym?
Guess what?
Was it Monticello?
It was a long time.
Okay. That helps. Yes.
When someone calls in reports a larceny or whatever crime, like I haven't reported one in the last couple of months, and to this day they haven't assigned a detective. I had a policeman actually come out. They took a report over the phone, then I had a policeman come out, but they told me to follow up, see if the detective is assigned to it, and they still aren't. And I called back with more information to give them, and they still haven't assigned it. So I'm just curious, like
What information did you have at the time?
In this case, it was a stolen lawnmower, and it was like 3 houses all within.
Like at the time, do you have any suspect description?
Yes, 2 of them were the people where it was actually witnesses. Where I was told mine was not witnessed, but the neighbors 2 houses over was witnessed, and another one.
Right.
So.
But I mean, you're specific, the one you called about. You didn't have a lot of information going at the time. That could be the only reason I'm assuming it wasn't assigned. When it comes to property crime, they have someone in the office that sits there, reads the reports, and if there's something they can go on, they'll leave it open and assign it. If not, they don't, and they close it until they get further information. If you got the flyer, my information's in it, you can give it to me, and you shoot an email, and you call, and I'll see what I can't do. But it is one of those things, they assign the cases they think they can follow up with. If there's no information, they typically close them out as, there's nothing they can really do.
Right. So that's why I was curious, knowing that you are like a main contact for the community, it helps to feed you personally all the details versus like I have just recently called in and fed them some more information, more things that have happened, and they, like I said, I don't know, I'm just curious.
No, it's okay.
So what's happening behind the scenes? Is somebody putting all this together other than you, or do we need to contact you so all right, all these...
I like to know as much as I can. You guys, there's never any information you don't give me that I don't appreciate, because whether it goes anywhere or not, I'll take it, because neither of us will know until I have it, if it's something I can use, or if it's something a detective can use, or the guys on the street can use. So I would prefer that anyone, if you had anything, give it to me. You can send me an email. That's my preferred way of getting stuff, especially if it's something I need to follow up on or forward to another unit. I like to have emails. But no, I would tell you, yeah, you can send it to me. But as far as investigators go, that's what happens with a lot of property crime. I understand you may not feel like it's worth reporting, but it is, because it does help us track what's going on. Like I've said many times, we put our resources in the places where the most reports are at. So if we don't have the reports, then they're going to go somewhere else. And I don't like that. If we have it, and we have most of it, I want to be here. I don't want to be in Ghent. I don't want to be in Fairmount Park. I don't want to be down by Navy Housing. I want to be here. So.
I'm on like New York Avenue, a lot between Newport and Gosnell, and after my occurrence, then I'm telling a neighbor, and then I learned they've known stuff for 6 months of the same person that I was very suspicious of. That was witnessed doing things at other houses, and right after that same week, it was witnessed, and so the police had told me if I see this person again, because he seems to go by more than one name, and he's actually...
What's his name?
Well, Ray and Joe are the 2 names.
Crackhead Joe? That's not, I wish that was a joke, but I've had many people mention a gentleman named Crackhead Joe. It's not my nickname. That is something that he's been lovingly called.
And I have a picture of him on my phone that we just recently took because my son emailed me.
Please send it to me. I've been trying
Well, see, then I had the policeman that came to my house and took the report and told me, next time you see his face, call us, we're gonna come and ID him. I mean, he even had me stop his street because he does yard work for people and had done some for me and came back a couple of days later.
Yeah, be very wary of that.
Yeah.
If someone's coming.
And there's a lot of stuff, and I witnessed him counting money in somebody else's yard, you know, with the lawnmower, and that's where the policeman that came to my house ran up there to that one to see if it was my lawnmower or somebody else's. I
You took a picture with your phone?
Huh?
You took a picture with your phone?
Of him just recently,
Right,
back cutting the grass, yeah.
Put my number in your phone right now. Text me the phone.
Yeah, I've got yours off of the,
You have it?
You're the, let's see here, B234425?
Yeah.
No? Oh, okay.
Got a newsletter over there?
Yeah, the new one should have
That's what I was looking
my
for.
personal. I decided I don't feel like carrying two phones, so I'm just gonna, you guys can call me on my cell.
Back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Cross it out.
My concern is
okay.
why the cities do not patrol this area. Because every night, if I don't call, they could be there. I'm talking about the new flooding dock at the end of Rockaway. And the park is open from sunrise to sunset. And there are people there every day, all day long, and they don't leave at sunset. They stay until I call the police. Sometimes it takes an hour for them to show up. The other day when I called, it was about 15 minutes. This is an ongoing situation, and it's not going to stop if the police don't go down there and patrol. And I think that, you know, perhaps ticketing people, or, you know, I don't know what the laws are there, but, you know, maybe if somebody is a repeat offender, maybe they need to be taken away.
Right. No.
But I hear this all day.
Here what else?
I hear the goings on here.
Yeah, once again, if it's open to the public, I can't tell about the fish. If it's fishing
Well,
too
it needs to
many.
be signs that say it's fishing, crab.
Okay, I don't know what, I know
This is
it's on your place that we're.
I don't care if it's fish or not, I don't care, but, you know, obey the law.
As far as.
Start, go home. Because they'll line their cars up in a row, and the first car will have its lights on so they can see. And I guess when your battery runs down, then the next car moves in. See, that's every day. I probably call 4 times.
I have an add-on for that. Talking about lights on our, the entire Lafayette Park is pitch black all night.
Yes.
Recently, in July 4th, there was a shooting on Wild West.
Yes.
The police were out with flashlights in the park looking for the shooter who had already driven away. And I thought how sad it is that they have to have a flashlight when we should have lighted walkways at least in that park.
Well, that park's closed at night.
It's not closed at night. There's no gates, there's no this,
Okay,
there's no guards.
But that's the thing, if you're in that park at overnight, it is illegal and you can be ticketed or arrested. They're not.
I understand.
Right, but they're not gonna put lights on
The box.
Yeah, they're not gonna put lights on the park, which would encourage people to go into the park at night. I mean,
Well, there is a gate at, when you go off of Broadway into the park where Columbus starts. There is
Yeah, it's never closed. It's not
yeah, I mean, you can access that park.
You can
pretty
step
much
up.
any way. Yeah, you can jump down there and just walk in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's handicap accessible.
And it's handicapped accessible. It's a beautiful job. It's
they've got their, cars running, their music going.
And they love the building, if you want them.
Oh, I've seen them being destroyed.
Cigarette butts, they already broke my piece of it. That had to deal with helping somebody to the seat, to their kayak.
Is there a for that?
It's, well,
The numerical, that's what.
It's all the way down at the end.
That's right. And it's diluted. Down the drive down. I'm trapped.
No, actually, I have a suggestion. Oh, I understand that, but I suspect that this is going to take it more than.
Well, we can try. Yeah, let's just be honest. You guys don't necessarily want someone saying to your boss, no one's doing anything, and I just got out of that today. Not that it's not an issue, it's really the obvious. No, I just think it's one of those things like, if you're going to do it, yeah, give me a chance. Yeah, and I would come to it, I'll make so much happy to where I don't want to try to do it. Captain Rod, trust me, I know we're already in the back of the park. There's already got guys in there making sure there's a lead in the park. It's very easy to walk in that park. But it's got, I know there's always, and you know how dark it is.
Yeah.
So when they go in, it's easy to take care of. Guys, trust me, Captain Rod, but he's out. And you better believe he's out. Other officers stop because I've heard them tell me. No, I agree.
And also, not just to mention, trash.
Are there any other questions, comments?
I have one comment.
Yes.
I work in an educational youth intervention program in downtown Newport News. My comment is that some of this crime it can't be prevented by reacting all the time. There's a lot of proactive work that can be done. We do this in Newport News. We've been doing this for almost 10 years. It takes a lot of time, but the kids need something to do. And they're, if there's kids or there's young men and women that are kind of, I guess, disturbing the peace or causing the ruckus or whatever, these are smart, wonderful individuals that just have a lot of energy and need somewhere to put that energy. And so I just encourage us to think in that way, kind of.
We do have programs.
Yeah.
Nighttime events, there's Nighthawks basketball and things like that that we do.
Sure.
Already. So, but again, it takes just fishing on behalf of the citizens. So
Right.
They may come play with us.
That's right.
But yeah, we do have some things like that. So, but I agree. We'll find ways to get them occupied, and that's always good.
Anything else?
I just want to say that I would say in Colonial Place, probably 80–90% of the homes have a front porch or a place where you can sit. And I think we're all in our air-conditioned comfort in our homes, and maybe in the evening we ought to be outside, just be out there. I do my light on all the time, and I just think eyes are good.
Even just checking out the front door, like I said, you hear something, anything will work. Like I said, you guys really have to look out for each other. It's the best thing I can say.
And keep your front porch lights on all the time.
All right. Thank you guys. You text me?
Yeah, I can call you and
You call me too?
feed you all the stuff that cumulative might help.
Okay. Yeah, fine.
Our next speaker is result of the efforts of our crime prevention committee. And they have been working with MPO Roger Wheatley.
Yes. Whitley. I've been called Whitley, Whitney. It's all right. Which one do you like? Call me whatever you want. Call me whatever you want.
Just don't call you that.
That's right. I am Officer Whitley. I'm with the North Police Department Community Affairs section, and I'll kind of segue into kind of what he said. I'm with the Community Affairs section. It was called the Crime Prevention section, so I'm pretty tall. I got a watch on. I never wear a watch. About 20 minutes is dead. And there you go. But anyway, about the Neighborhood Watch program, we've got it up and running, and how you can be a part of it and all that. I've been with the department about 23 years. So, I know. But I enjoyed every single bit of it. Before that, I was in the Marine unit for about 12 years, so I've been currently assigned where I'm at now about 2.5 years or so. So we're the Speakers Bureau for the police department, so if you need any kind of presentations, talks, we talk to the Navy, and we do a lot of other things. One of the things I'm responsible for is the Neighborhood Watch program. And another thing that kind of goes along with that, to let you know, and I'll talk about a little bit more, is residential and commercial security surveys. So, talking about security of your home, let's kind of talk about it now, don't forget. But one of these things here, hopefully everybody got a little brochure or pamphlet. They're right in the back, but I can tell you about it real quick, just grab it before you leave. The city provides, or the police department provides, free residential security services. So what we do in our unit is we come out to your residence or place of business, and we look at certain things such as lights, bushes, trees, shrubs, what's growing up around your house. It's called septet. What is that?
It's the air.
What was coming out of that? So, anyway, I know. You don't know what it is. Man, I didn't know. So, but anyway, we talk about the outside environment of your house. Then we come in and look at doors, locks, windows, and things like that. We also provide you with about an 18-page written report when we're done. I got a kind of a raw draft that I fill out, and then in about 2 or 3 days when I fill it out, I provide you a written copy. It tells you not only what we talked about, but why you should do it. So it's not like I come in and say, do this and do that, and I'm leaving, I'm out of here. We provide you with a written report. Again, it tells you why you should have a certain lot, why you should have floodlights on, whatever, why you should, cut the shrubs and trees back, and all these different types of things. But again, free service, it takes about an hour or so, depending on how big or small your house or condo, whatever it may be. But great thing, take advantage of something like that, because we can't say that we're just going to make your house burglar proof, but what the purpose of it is to make your house as unattractive to criminals as possible. And that's where our intention goes. Yes, sir.
Are the surveys, can they do those weekends, or is that just Monday?
We can. I'm preferably a Monday through Friday guy, but if you need something done during the day, I work with everybody. I know everybody doesn't have the different schedules, but yes, to answer your question, I will come out whenever. After hours, because
a lot of people work week before, so call me, we'll make it happen. Just to let you know that's free service provided by the city. Now, I don't know if you provide all your homeowners, I mean, we're certified, we have the credentials, so I don't know if you call your homeowners and say, I had this done, well, is there anything I can do for my homeowner's insurance? I don't know, it's a possibility, so, but it gives you a good peace of mind. But again, I'm currently here for, again, to go into the neighborhood watch. I just want to recognize Chris Ludwig, because everybody knows Chris, right?
Hello. He is.
I don't want to say he's in charge, because I hate to even say that, because it assumes responsibility when I got talking. He is kind of the point guy. He is the coordinator, kind of my liaison. So when I need to send something out, he in turn resends it to everybody. So when you have questions, of course you call me. But what happens is, and this is kind of how it works. We met and talked about everything, how to start a neighborhood watch program, the neighborhood watch program, and all that stuff. But I will first say that there is no commitment. So this is basically like 15 pages on the internet, which I put down to a panel, because you don't need to get kind of bombarded with all that crazy mess where it's like you need to, get this many people and you got to go out and do this. And this is very simple. Everybody has issues and everybody has things they're doing, whether you're taking kids to basketball, and a lot of things going on. The last thing you need is another commitment or another meeting. This is basically something you're doing already. We just want to recognize you as a neighborhood watch. If you say, you've seen the signs that have gone up? So yeah, so I was working with Chris and we got the signs up. We have about 81 neighborhood watches, 82 neighborhood watches in the city. But again, there's no commitment. The big deal is me sharing information with you, because I get a lot of crime alerts, I get a lot of things from crime analysis behind the scenes. I know Josh does a great job of telling you things. It tells you what's going on. But I also get things from crime analysis that is disseminated to the officers, and I've gotten authorization to kind of declassify it, and then I send it out to you. So whether it's, hey, there's some, I'm not saying this is it, but say there's some burglaries over there in Riverview, and this is what they're doing by cutting the rear string and gaining entry to your residence, I'm going to let you know, because that's something that you can do to secure your residence. Or they're stealing bicycles in the front yard. Whatever they're doing that I can tell you how they're doing it and why they're doing it, I will. Like I said, our crime analysis unit send this stuff weekly. If there's stuff going on in your neighborhood, I'll let you know. Again, we go to schools, we go to seminars, we go to stuff all the time, and I get things where I see, that's pretty cool, this technology, and I'll pull it up, I'll send you that. Whatever it is that I can send you, because we're transparent, not like the NSA I was telling them, I'll let you know. Again, if you have an issue, I'll work with Josh and stuff. If you have an issue with the narcotics next door, or this is going on, or hey, officer, really, I need, whatever, you got my email address, and you let me know. Basically, what happens is I've got this nice little, and I don't ask for any addresses, I don't ask for anything. This kind of a start meeting agenda where basically information. So if you want to be on the email list, it's basically what it is. All you need is your name and email address. Even if you don't want to put your name, that's fine, as long as Chris has entered into his computer with an email address. So what he's done is created a group on his computer that he'll go home and add your email address to the group. And what I've got is, say it's 81 neighborhood watches, and I have 81 coordinators in there. I can't put everybody in, I can't put 5,000 people in the group. So when I need to send something out, I send it to 81 people, who in turn will get my email, and all they do is hit the forward button, and they send it out to everybody who's signed up in that neighborhood. And that's it, no commitment. You're not, no controlling, you run it how you want. If you don't ever want to have a meeting and you just want to get information from me and from him, that's fine. If you want to have a meeting once every 6 months, once every month, just for Christmas, we've got people that do it all kinds of different ways. There is no set guidelines because each community is different.
And just to jump off that, so Charles is the other co-chair guy helping me out, and we've been averaging about once a month kind of meetings. We already have about a dozen or so people who are kind of continuing to look for more people, more block captains, if you want to call it that, whatever you call them, but we're just trying to get as much people involved, just to spread out amongst the.
Want to sign up? That'd be great. I encourage you. I'm not pushing the issue, but all you need to do is just have your email address. If that's all you want to put, that can be as simple as that. Again, you'll get information from me. Yes, sir.
So just for clarification.
Yes.
A watch is not a watch. I think the term crime watch infers the old school.
It is.
Neighbors patrolling their own neighborhood. Which
Right.
I don't think
Yes.
is
So
the latest. That's a no-no now.
Right, I'm going to lead into that. Let me see if I can start and give you kind of the guidelines. Yes, there are no patrol back in the day, and you're absolutely right. They would just put on this t-shirt that would say Colonial Place, Riverview Neighborhood Watch, and they would go out and walk around and see. Absolutely not. None of that. Too much liability, too many things have happened, no confrontation, none of that. It's basically doing what you're already doing. If you see something going on, like Josh said, if you see a situation that's not right, where you go out, look out your window, and you see some people standing around the car, or jiggling car handles, or whatever they're doing, where you see a situation you know is not right, you call us. Don't call Chris, don't call Charles, or anybody like that. You call us. You're going to do the same thing. You call, we respond. So it's kind of the theme is, neighbors helping neighbors, and see something, say something. That's the big. If you're already doing it anyway, you're already doing the neighborhood watch. Does everybody pretty much know their neighbor, at least on the left or right, somehow? If you go out of town and you have a trusted neighbor, and you say, hey Fred, I'm going out of town, if for some reason there's mail in the mailbox, or it's a paper, or hey, can you take my trash can down for me? That's the neighbor's watch right there. So yeah, you're right on the sense of we're not patrolling and all that stuff. Because I tell you, criminals are smart. They really are. As a matter of fact, if it's trash day and everybody's trash can is out and you're out of town and forgot to do it and yours is back there, they go down the street and they see one that's a red flag. They'll investigate a little bit further. So if you don't think they're watching, you're fooling yourself. They're smart. Kind of like if they use their powers for good instead of evil. It should be a good place, But so it's little small things like that. And if you have a question, you email me. But if I were to send stuff out, it goes right to Chris, Charles, and then to you. And if you have a response, and you want to ask me about something, or just send me an email personally, that's fine. You do that, and I'll get right back to you. And then again, say you come home, and it works the other way. Say you come home, you pull in your driveway, you see a man or woman dressed in certain clothing looking into one of maybe the side window of your house. And you pull up and you see them, and get started and run off. You get a kind of a general description when it's safe to do so. But everybody now carries the phone, the electronic leashes now, So if you blast out something real quick, because you're going to already have that group in your email. Just came home, saw a white male dressed in a t-shirt and jeans looking at my house. Sin. And then everybody's like, oh, there you go, running down the street, right there. I'm just kind of.
But should they not call the runner?
Yes.
Immediately?
Yes, immediately.
But I see them next door all the time when people go, oh, look, there's somebody I think is suspicious. And we tend to ask that silly question.
Yes.
Call the emergency number?
See, I need you as my caterer.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, well, that should be the number one thing, but then,
Yes.
but then you get on the whole thing on, if you think something's wrong with somebody, how do you decide if you're not going and being too cautious and not just calling the police every time you need it?
I know what you're saying, because it's kind of like Josh led into. It's like you're not bothering us. If you get that sixth sense, give us a call. I'd rather get called than not, because don't try to go into that explanation or overthink it where, I don't think the police can do anything because he committed a crime. I don't think they can make an arrest. I don't think they can issue a summons. Let us determine that. Because what happens is we can go in, like he said, a consensual meeting. We can fill out like an FI card or the person's information. They might have a warrant on file, and things like that. We might do an FI card. I want to really have like a cross tattoo here. That's going to go in the notes, goes into a computer. If there's burglaries out here or larcenies and somebody a Hispanic male with about 21 years old with the cross tattoo here, and they pull up that guy and go, Officer White did a FI card with a guy fitting that description with a cross tattoo. That's kind of how things are solved. And to let you know too, there's more information. This right here is one of the best things we've got. It's called a suspect ID profile. If you, unfortunately, are the victim of a crime or see somebody who's the victim of a crime, the dispatcher is going to ask you certain questions about a person, certain questions about a car, certain questions about weapons. I know not everybody has a weapons aficionado, but that's okay. If you just kind of familiarize yourself with a revolver, AR style, or whatever it may be, that's good. But if you're the victim of a crime, they're going to ask you how tall they are, what are they wearing, scars, tattoos, facial hair, and all these other types of things. If you can kind of commit this to memory a little bit about kind of what they're going to ask you, believe it or not, if you are or see somebody victim of a crime, you'll actually absorb more about the person because you'll subconsciously be looking at them than you will if you won't, if you did. Matter of fact, for a car, not everybody's parking. But if you see somebody get into a car and you say they got into a black four-door, that's good. That's better than nothing. But if you say, I think that person got into a black four-door Honda Civic and it had a busted rear passenger window and there was like a farm fresh sticker on the back, we're getting somewhere now. Because when you call, officers will be coming from everywhere. Now they're going to be looking for every black four-door car. I'm going to do a general description. And it's going to take the resources away from something specific. But if you pull them that specific type of detail, they're going to hone right in on that car if you have a really good description. And the chances of catching them are much greater, So that works out real well. Also, too, there's kind of a little thing about car larcenies because at one point we had an officer who kind of did the data and they said about, now saying now, at the time, and fluctuate a little bit, about 48% of the data crime statistics. 48%. Some of them, there are a lot of them crimes for opportunity, like somebody was talking about the items in the trunk. Yet it doesn't do a whole lot of good if you don't think people are watching, you're crazy. If you take your purse at the shopping mall or wherever, and you take it out of the car, open the trunk, and put it in the trunk and shut it, and then go in, everybody's seen you do that. It's just breaking the window, like I said, and then popping the trunk thing. If you have to do it down the street, way down the street, then put the car, and stuff in the trunk, and then drive to the shopping mall. Much less chance somebody's seen you do those things. So it's some things people may not think about. They think it may not happen to them either. But anyway, the premise of the neighborhood watch is to keep you safe, to get to know your neighbors better. And if you don't know your neighbors beside you, get to know them. If they moved in or you just haven't taken the time, get to know them. Not saying you gotta like your neighbors, but I'm just saying get to know them. I mean, hopefully you will. But if you can develop a relationship with your neighbors, you become a trusted neighbor, that's even better. So I really encourage neighborhood interaction with, people behind you, in front of you, and all that stuff. Because I know where I live, after my mom passed, she would call me. She was the best, what we call window washers. She was our seniors. They think, they can't do anything because they can't get out and actually walk around and see stuff. I'm telling you what, my mom was disabled, and I couldn't even get down the lane without her call. I had stuff in my hands, I get out of the car and I'm like holding on stuff with my teeth and I'm like, no, and it's like drop something. I just making sure you're home, and I saw him, you just saw me drive by, So, but our seniors are some of the best people in the neighborhood for information. They know everything going on, So we encourage everybody, no matter who it is, to give us a call and look out for things that's happening in your neighborhood. So if this really is a win-win, it's about, they say statistically, it's about a 15% reduction in crime because it encourages people to call the police, report things, and report suspicious activity. Yes, sir.
So especially,
Yes.
I'll go by that.
I know.
So, in your opinion, what's the dividing line for calling 911 or the non-emergency number?
Right.
I mean, do you see someone walking down the street and they're trying the door? Is that 911?
I would say that's probably a non-emergency, but tell them what's going on. If they want to bump it up to 911, 911 is typically a crime in progress, and it could be a 911, but if you have any doubts about it, just call 911. Does everybody know the non-emergency number? 441-5610. If you don't, then you phone.
It's on the newsletter.
Basically the way I tell people is, if you need the police right now, call 911. If you don't need the police and you can wait, dial the non-emergency number. So, they're not going to penalize you for calling and saying, hey, there's some kids jiggling car handles. Okay, that's probably a 911. They're not going to say, call back the non-emergency number. They're just not going to do it. They're going to reprioritize the call. If you upgraded or downgraded or whatever, they're going to prioritize it according to how they're coming in. But they're not going to tell you to call back. They're not going to put you on hold and do all that stuff. So that's kind of the way I look at it. Need the police right now, 911. If you don't, non-emergency. If you don't know which one, and we have a lot of seniors and people that seem to be, I didn't want to bother you. I didn't call because I didn't know which number. I'm like, man, sir, just call 911. You're not going to tire the system. You're not going to do those things. You're going to get help to you, and we're going to know about what's going on. So, down 911. Thank you for the So, but anyway, I just encourage it. We've got neighbor watching where I live. It's a great program, no commitment, it's a win-win. You know, it's just going to make your community safer. And we'll get to know people too. We just had meetings or we have stuff like this and get people out there. If you see your neighbors or whatever, or you're out and about, just tell them, hey, we got a neighbor to watch going. All we need to do is call Chris or send him an email and so about, hey, I'm going to be on the list. And that's it. You don't have to, that's it. If you want to be informed, I say be a part of it. So, does anybody have any questions down at like 7:19? Started at 7:00. Yes.
At least in Colonial, there's a lot of renters. Is there any way to like kind of get those folks more involved?
Sometimes that can be a challenge because Norfolk, as you know, is a transient city in and of itself. But you know, there's good renters. Let's be honest with you, there's good renters and there's not good renters. Right. Because it's a little tougher for them to see. Yeah, it's a little tougher for them to see an investment, but that's not always the case.
I just didn't know if you had any like tips to get renters involved in general, or
We just treat them just like their homeowners. If you live there, no matter if you're renting or owning or whatever it may be, you're still living there. Doesn't really mean just because you don't have a yard, or just because it doesn't mean anything. They just sometimes look at it as not being invested in the community, but you are. You live there, it's your quality of life, they're telling us the same thing. Call you need the police, you call us, get to know. There's people who are interested, maybe rent for years, maybe for just a couple months, but we treat them just as if they were. They're just as important, same deal, everything. So, anybody, any questions about the program? See this young man do right here. But we just want to see you be a part of it, at least get the information we're sending. But we want to get it to you. You know, we're not hiding anything. We want to give you what's going on in your neighborhood. We want to let you know. So everybody here know how to get their own crime down. Does anybody know how to go get crime in your community where you can see what's going on? Okay. If you don't, get up with me and I'll send you the electronic copy of how to do that. Tells you what's going on, what crimes, basically what Josh is telling you, you can get yourself to. It's not going to be as detailed, it's going to show you just what was committed in 100 blocks. It's not going to give you the details. Right. But still, let you know what's happening. So, any questions? Okay. I was glad to be here. He said, if you have any questions at all, I forget every time on my business cards, but write this down. I'm going to give you my email address. Anything you need, let me know. I go by Roger, but it's George. I know. George, George, Whitley, WHITLEY, @Norfolk.gov. For all officers and people who employ the city of Norfolk, it's first name, last name, @Norfolk.gov. You know, that's your first name. I'm like, oh, bam. So freeway. But that's what it is. So email me, please. If you have any questions about anything, I work, like I said, with Joshie. So we'll be good. You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, we'll get on. All right, we're going to get to the business part of the meeting. Mr. Secretary.
Minutes are in the current edition of the newsletter.
Motion to accept.
Did everybody get a newsletter?
No.
You want to talk to him?
Yes, and he's going to be the deliverer of
Dave's got it.
Thanks.
Okay, everybody else? Our second speaker did not show. Treasurer's report.
Motion on the floor now.
I'm sorry. There's a motion on the floor? Oh, there is a motion on the floor to accept the minutes.
We do not have a quorum.
We don't have a quorum. So,
Well, the motion failed.
are you sure?
I thought it was 15.
All members hold up their hands.
I'm gonna sign tonight, I gotta check it.
Isn't this different?
We got one more than I thought. We got 14 members.
Guess the minutes will just be the minutes.
Motion failed.
Motion fails. Treasurer's report.
Treasurer's report is out on every table. Our balance is $10,414.59, and our checking revenue $1,925.19. The bulk of that was checked in the city of Norfolk for the EARN program that goes toward environmental issues, and then the rest was membership and advertising. The expenses $2,009. That is 4 months of the community newsletter paid when all the bills came in. It happened yesterday, the bill for the latest one, so we'll paid a month ahead of than usual. So we have a CD with $5,200 for total assets of the Civic League, $15,652. Any questions?
Questions, comments?
Thanks.
Okay, community improvement.
Nothing to report.
Thank you. Welcome committee.
Nothing new to report.
Crime prevention.
Was our spiel, good.
Great. Dog park.
We had a great donation of several yards of mulch from Kevin Newman, who lives on Newport.
Oh, wonderful.
So that was very nice addition, especially with the heavy rains that we got.
And I need to get with you before we leave tonight. The city of Norfolk, Wayne Reed contacted me. Apparently, he is now going to be in contact with respect to dog parks.
Okay, great.
Okay, Audrey isn't here for environmental. Mr. Media. Okay. New business. I hope everyone got one. The Summer Ice Cream Social and Watermelon Festival will be Sunday, August 20th. You're going to park at the Roper home on their front porch, on their lawn, in their backyard. And from 2 to 4 on Sunday. The Roper home is at 127 East 40th Street in Riverview. And we will be providing ice cream and toppings and fresh watermelon and lemonade. And we hope to see all of you there.
Wonderful. You can post this to the store or CPRVCL Aug?
That would be wonderful.
I can do it, you can do it.
Let me see if I can get the PDF from Ann Fitzgibbons and we can just...
I can stand this and stick it up, that'd be easy.
Okay.
Let me do it.
That'd be great. Thank you.
The ladies are really excited about it.
Are they?
Are doing some gardening boxes and stuff over there, and they're really excited.
Oh, good.
Are there some more copies of that sheet of paper?
Yeah. Here we go. Well, the reason we decided to do that Roper Home is at our June meeting, June or July meeting, we had a couple of the women that work at the Roper Home come and speak about their facility and what they do. And they mentioned that the residents there really enjoy getting a chance to interact with the neighbors and the community. And every year when they do the front porch art walk, they allow us to use their front porch, and often we feature an artist who will be on their porch. And so we thought it might be a nice idea to do the ice cream social there this year and let them be able to participate, and we get a chance to meet and talk to them as well. Let's see, old business.
Can I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I saw it was in the newsletter about them having
Got it.
the soccer thing.
Gonna get it.
Okay,
I'll let you do it. When I get to it.
okay.
The Riverview Village Business Association, as many of you are already aware, will be having the dedication ceremony for the gateway that they will have. There'll be one here at Granby, there by Lavalette, that median. And then I guess the other one is at the foot of the bridge.
We're just doing the one at the bridge.
They're just doing the one at the bridge, the other one. But on that day, they will have a number of things going on. There will be the inaugural Riverview 1 Mile Run. And if anybody is interested, I have a few applications and some information about that. They will also have the bartender server race for local restaurants and breweries. There's the Eastern Virginia Scholarship Rowing Association's Oyster Reef Regatta, which will be going down the Lafayette River under the Granby Street Bridge from 9 to 2 on that day, which is October 8th. Next to the Riverview Theater, in that open lot, they will have a party from 10 to 2 after the races with food vendors, beer, and live music. From 11 to 4, of course, the Riverview Village Days will be going on over here at Lafayette Park. From 12 to 5 will be the Colonial Place Riverview Front Porch Art Walk. And at noon will be the dedication of the archway at the foot of the Granby Street Bridge. And if anybody, yes, sir.
Does anyone know how to go about registering? You mentioned the art walk, to be a participant in that?
I know that David Oliver, who is the Village Mermaid, is coordinating the art walk this year. But I don't have a contact yet or an email or anything for people to register to participate.
Well, about a month ago, maybe.
Posted on this.
Yeah, I saw it, I got that, and had a, then you click on for the email, and I sent an email saying I'm interested in participating. Maybe 2 weeks ago, I sent it, and I haven't heard back, so I didn't know, what the procedure is.
Yeah, he's the one I will follow up with, because I do know that he agreed to take it over this year, because they didn't have anyone to run it this year, and we volunteered.
Get contact information, can you send it to me? You got it.
I do.
That'd be great, thanks.
And, let's see.
Before you do that, I'm gonna put all that in the
Okay,
dedication to the good turnout.
good. It should be a lot of fun. The November election this year will include constitutional officers for the first time in November. Normally, we vote for our local constitutional officers in the spring. This year will be in November. And as we've done in the past, we will have a candidates forum. September, we will try and do the local candidate, the constitutional officers, the treasurer, Commonwealth attorney, sheriff, and then have the candidates come in and answer questions. And we will try and have the candidates for the 89th district at the October meeting. And then the last thing I have is the Socktoberfest. And would you like to?
I was just going to say the Lydia Roper Home ladies are collecting socks. They're going to donate them to a homeless shelter. And it just says socks, but homeless people do not. I emphasize the word not. I worked with homeless people for 12 years here in the city market. They do not wear socks that are not white. They only wear white socks because the dye in colored socks will get in their feet, and most of them have feet problems. A lot of them are diabetic and stuff, so they hate dark socks. They only like white socks. So, go through socks. Places like Big Lots, etc., usually have bulk packs and at very good prices and stuff. But it's a key thing for homeless people to have clean socks.
And I will have a basket here, September and October meetings.
Bring them Sunday, come to the ice cream truck.
That's right. Brand new white socks, I guess is what we'll be looking for. Cotton.
Yeah, cotton socks are the best, but if it is a nylon, it's getting some nylon. They may not get a bad, but they'll sure change their socks.
And I think, does anyone else have anything? Yes, sir.
Are you not supposed to announce the results of the audits for treasurer?
Yes. We have audited the books. Everything came down the way it was supposed to. Money was spent as we hoped it would be, and everything was balanced and everything's fine, as was the audit of the accounts for our advertising for the newsletter.
We'll get your check to be sure.
Thank you.
Just saying.
I have one other issue that
Yes, ma'am.
has to do with the environment. I don't know if anybody goes to the 7-Eleven on the corner. It is awful. It is filthy from the inside to the outside and all around it. Part of it is the homeless population that have drinks and snacks under the bushes outside there, all behind the dumpsters. It's just disgusting if you've ever seen. I mean, it's all piled up, there's rats. It really needs to be addressed. Now, it may be a public health department issue, it may be a business license issue, it could be many things. But I think that they are a neighboring business, and it would be a nice thing if we could all just say, hey, this is a mess, can we help you, what's the problem? I mean, I would like to see businesses be successful.
I'll note that I was at the Riverview Village Business Association meeting last week. This came up and was reported to Joshua White, and he gave us some suggestions on what we should do.
Oh, great.
Business Association and City League on how we should move forward to help rectify the situation. But we had not had a chance to talk about it as a board yet. So
Okay. So
maybe the next meeting we'll have a.
It's just summer and
It's starting to get in motion.
Yeah. It's just too bad, when that's the first thing you see when you come in across Grand Street. Yeah.
Well, the board will meet next Monday, and we'll put that on the agenda for us to discuss.
And the real estate agent that's selling, as we call it here in Riverview, the pink house on the corner of Lavalette and Columbus, they've been notified that there is an ordinance in the city of Norfolk that does not allow you to let your yard look like that yard looks. And they went, oh, we didn't know that. So they said they would be out within the next 24 hours to take care of that yard.
Is this the realty that's taking care
Yes.
of? Because it hadn't really sold yet.
Well, I know, but they also haven't done anything to the yard.
I think they've cut it
Who's going to buy from that real estate company if they don't take care of the properties they're trying to
It's right
sell?
across the street from my house. I think they've cut the grass twice and on the roof down.
Well, I call it one time.
I call the city.
Well, the city's been called, and now Central 21 has been contacted.
Yes, sir.
I got something one of my primary concerns of late is the sea level rise and flooding, and how the city of Norfolk is going to deal with it. I think if the city of Norfolk had its way, they wouldn't do anything. But they've got the resilience meetings. I mean, I'd be available to go to all of them. I read everything I get my hands on. I've lived down on Beach Avenue looking at the river for 41 years. I've never left in a hurricane. I hope I never have to. But it is important for people who live near the water. I don't know how many others around here. But I was very pleased to find out that the city had engaged the Corps of Engineers to do the studies on what could be done. And I'm sure all of you all know that the three schemes that they're looking at are ways to block the entrance to the Lafayette River, to keep rising water in the Lafayette River to come in to all the areas here. That's a long way off, and that's a big thing. That won't stop the localized flooding that those of us who live along the water experience 4, 5, 6 times a year. Which the city has done, well, I can't say they've done absolutely nothing, because they did make a mistake and lowered the gutter on Apple Avenue. Now the water comes in sooner, gets deeper, and stays longer. That's been all the city's done so far. So I think we're going to need more attention as a civic league. Because you have all the people around Mayflower Road and Beach Avenue, and Paper Street, as well as the part that's paved where I live, and the part where Marion. In fact, where they lowered the gutter was where she has to go across the gutter to get out of her property. So she went through it, and she got water inside her automobile, thanks to the city's improvement. But I think with somebody other than me, because I'm not going to be around try to spend time with the cabin. But I'm still living on Beach Avenue, and the rising water subsidence. They say the ground has subsided. I'm not sure it has, but they've got instrumentation that the ground is helping. So all the people around the perimeter of these two areas need to start looking to see how funds are going to be used. But the Corps of Engineers is doing studies. They know what they're doing. It won't turn out to be a light rail fiasco with the Corps of Engineers doing the engineering work for the city. I just want to let you know, to me, that it's an important thing that's coming up, and you can hardly pick up the newspaper if you read it every day. We've got an advertisement every day for this resilience conference. But other than that, things that are happening to people, some people have it worse day to day. My name's Jack Hendy. If anybody wants to tell me their tale sometime online, do that.
Well, it is an issue that all of us have to be aware of, and even if you aren't thinking in terms of the flooding actually getting to your property, it could be a case of the flooding keeping you from getting in and out of your neighborhood.
Or living in your house.
I've made the point that my property, my house, the village floor is high enough that even looking at the most pessimistic guesses as to how I was, I'm probably good for 10 or 15 years before it gets to time my house, before my house will have to be raised right there. But I can't get out now. You know, because Apple Avenue is lower than it used to be. And Lucille was about 6 or 8 times a year. You can't get out. So if the storm comes, Betsy's car goes downtown and gets put on the second pole of the parking garage. I drive my truck up in my yard, just in case in the worst case, we have to evacuate.
that lives in both of these neighborhoods is cognizant of. And we'll try and see if we can't get somebody from the board to come in and talk to us maybe.
Look at the well now. You know, traffic comes over the Granby Street Bridge heading south, everybody's doing 50, 55 miles an hour. And then you got Riverview Village, and then we'll slow down traffic there to 30, 25. And a lot of that traffic peels off on going down, what? Going down the well. And so now you've got a bicycle lane that's been cordoned off on one side of the bridge. So it's kind of like NASCAR when they're going into the third turn at 200 miles an hour. Everybody's bumper to bumper. And then you get down there and it's closed. The well is closed because it's been deeper than high water ever since I can remember. The city's never done anything about it. So.
I live on the 10th floor of the Lafayette Apartments, and I have a front row seat to that flooding. It's, people get off Granby Street, they veer to the right, and sometimes the whole line of cars will all go through it together, and sometimes the first car will turn around and the rest will follow them. But if the flooding gets to a certain level, we just need the arm to come down and be like, this street is closed.
You've been it's parking lot, right?
But if something gets bad, the police department or the fire department will usually set up a barrier.
Yeah, but they come out like an hour late.
Here they turn.
Have you been warned about that parking lot yet?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't park in that parking lot. I park in the back, or I'll park in our neighborhood somewhere.
Just a point, when the mayor was here a couple months ago, it was brought to his attention and the council members that were here. So the city is aware of the problem.
Or they should just get rid of the road. I mean, it's not going to get any better, and it floods during high tide. From Delaware all the way to Granby Street. I mean,
Well, if nothing else, they need to have a sign at the foot of the Granby Street Bridge that tells you that Llewellyn is closed because of flooding. Something that, when it does get down.
They need to re-engineer the road, but
Okay, does anyone have anything else? Does anyone have anything else? All right, then.
yeah, only
Yes,
that
sir.
I'm happy to join this, my first meeting. My wife and I moved to the apartment building about 3 weeks ago, and we're trying to find ways to get more involved, so happy to be here.
Thank you and welcome.
This happened because Bill didn't get a good one.
I didn't know anybody here, so.
We need someone who is interested in working on environmental issues
I'm interested.
for the Civic League, because we're losing Audrey Webb. Look at the treasury we've got, it's in no good shape. I think I can say truthfully that the reason it's in such good shape is because we've made an effort to do the EARN program, and she's not going to do that anymore. Do we have anybody else involved in this?
We have not.
the EARN program is basically a city-run program for environmental issues, but it takes somebody actually monitoring and doing the check marks, like if there's an environmental speaker at the meeting, make sure you get signatures, encouraging people to recycle, and it's a pretty important job, but the more that the neighborhood gets involved, the bigger check that we get every year to use directly toward environmental issues, whether it's sponsoring environmental projects that go on with the neighborhood or things like that. So,
$1,000 a year.
For several years, yes.
This was the best year with 1,025. It's grown every year with our level of involvement, and we're one of the best neighborhoods for doing that. We just, our Audrey that's been doing it for years. Is not
Audrey and Jack, because Jack has been.
Audrey will be out of the country for 2 months. So I have some of the information. If you think about that,
My husband was looking at doing it, but we're leaving also, we're leaving on almost 6 weeks.
Well, we didn't make a quorum today, so we need a lot more people to come.
Well, that's always, more people is always.
How can we find out, how should we find out more about what's involved in that position?
The EARN program,
what's it? Like, we can time and
So you can go online, and right now you can call Audrey. You know, she's listed on the back of your newsletter. And I can pull out some stuff if you can't. If you wait till Audrey's gone on vacation.
One thing somebody told me in the neighborhood, and I didn't realize it, is every time a blue can, the recycle can is out, you get credit. Somebody goes around and whoever's doing the recycle, and you get credit. So if you don't have anything in your recycle can, put it out anyway.
And the person who runs the EARN program doesn't have to run around checking to see if it's because they all
do the pickup thing.
Right, they all have barcodes on them now, and so they register that. And if you do the is it PERS?
Credit service.
Yeah.
The recycling PERS. If you register your can, that's a way that you get points, because when they scan that barcode, not only does it give credit to the neighborhood for the EARN program, but you also get credit for the recycling PERS, which
We get credit if Audrey would come in here and give a talk on some subject, 10, 15 minutes, and report that. We get credit for that. Anything on, and the money that we get, and not all civic leagues get it. I mean, a bunch of civic leagues, so we look at the top, thanks to Audrey. If you plant trees, you report that. If you have a meeting and you discuss environmental matters, you put it down. So you're asking, what's it all about? If she was here tonight doing that, we would be getting points.
and Jack, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's really like a bookkeeping position. You keep track of if someone plants a tree, they let you know. Or when we have the cleanup.
You have to be a coach and a scorekeeper.
Exactly. When
You don't have to do the work.
When we have the neighborhood cleanups, she keeps account of how many people were involved and how many bags.
And people call in. People call her or send her an email and say, we picked up this many bags. He doesn't have to actually
go do it.
Don't be scared. The first meeting the Civic League, as you see with the meeting here, there's not a lot of people that get involved. So anyone that's anxious and says they want to be involved, most of the committees we have are about 1 deep or 2 deep, but the bylaws have it to be as much as possible. So all we're looking for is volunteers that are looking for different interested things that we do, and because more community involvement is really appreciated. And then we're trying to let everyone know the gaps that we have in the offices so that we can continue to move forward. So don't be scared.
I'm glad. www.norfolk.gov/KNB, which stands for Keep Norfolk Beautiful, and there's an EARN tab there that you probably have some information on. www.norfolk.gov/KNB.
And Keep Norfolk Beautiful is the agency, for lack of a better term, that runs the EARN program. And they're actually located right over here in Lafayette Park in the Ernie Morgan Center.
And if anybody wants to, can go over there, and they've got all the literature on this program that you could ask for. Where the Ernie Morgan Center is? If you go the back way, there's a little house.
The little house.
Where they used to take batteries.
Yeah, that's what
They don't do that anymore. They used to have a little cubicle that you could put your old batteries in. They don't have that anymore.
the guys at Battery Plus told me they're going to call it battery right. Really?
So, do we have anything else? Well, then I adjourn the meeting. Thank you very much.